Okay, so now we are going to do the exact same thing that we did for problem number 1 to problem number 2. Problem number 2 is asking us to find the square root of 54. So again, the first thing that I'm going to do is start by making myself a factor tree. 54 goes on top of the factor tree. 2 times 27 gives me 54. 2 is a prime number, so I can't really factor it out anymore. 27, however, I can factor. 3 times 9 gives me 27. 3 is a prime number. I can't factor that anymore. But 9, I can factor into 3 times 3, because 3 times 3 gives me 9. Alright, so now I can say that the square root of 54 is the same thing as saying the square root of, I have 2 times 1, 2, 3, 3, 3's. Okay, so now that I have rewritten this, I can go ahead and decide which numbers I can pull out of the square root. And remember, I can only pull out numbers that are pairs inside the square root. In this case, I have 2 3's. So I am going to pull out a 3 from the square root. And once that's outside of the square root, all I'm left with inside the square root is just 2 and 3. I can't pull out this first 2 because there's not another 2 inside the square root. And I also can't pull out the 3 at the end because there's not another 3 that can be its pair. Okay, so outside of the square root I simply have 3, but inside the square root 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, so let's verify. If we type both of these things in the calculator, we can see that the square root of 54 is 7.35 approximately. And 3 times the square root of 6, it gives us the same thing. So this is the correct exact answer. And from our calculator, we can already see what our approximate answer would be. In our case, it would be about 7.35. So this is my exact answer, and this is approximately, so remember, squiggly line, then a straight line underneath, approximately 7.35. So I have two answers, my exact answer and my decimal approximation.